request to speak form available on the city's public webcast and meeting materials webpage, or at the entrance to the room for those of you who are in person, if you haven't already done so. These request to speak forms will be used to generate the order of speakers and correctly enter speakers' names into the public record, and will accept those request to speak forms until 5:35. For those of you who are joining the meeting by phone and wish to provide testimony but are unable to complete the request to speak form online, please press *9, and the last 3 digits of your phone number will be added to the speaker's queue. And as a reminder, well, we have a small group today. But as a reminder, we have some rules of conduct, which we want people to resist the impulse to display any flags or signs or use loud or disruptive language, any noise, anything that would really interrupt the kind of respectful process of the council. And we're looking to create a safe space for everyone to feel free to speak. And we want to be able to hear them. But you're always welcome to wave your fingers in silent support. All right, and I think with that, I will open the first public hearing, an ordinance establishing the SHM Historic MIMS Houses Special Area Zone and amending the Eugene zoning map. And I am going to turn to the Assistant City Manager to introduce the topic.
Thank you, Mayor. So tonight, the Eugene City Council is holding a public hearing to consider a zone change that would establish the MIMS Houses Special Historic Zone. The proposal is for the MIMS Houses property on High Street in between 3rd and 4th Avenue. Establishment of this special historic zone for the property will help ensure the long-term preservation of the MIMS houses and continue the site's productive and historic role in our community. Tonight is a public hearing only, and deliberations are scheduled for October 9th.
Okay, thank you very much. The City Council's role in this process is to approve with modifications, or deny the application. The decision-making process for this application is considered quasi-judicial. So we will use a quasi-judicial format for this public hearing. And to start, do any councilors need to disclose any bias, conflicts of interest, ex parte communications, or abstentions pursuant to EC 9.7065? No one here, no one online. Okay, that's great. All right, thank you. Let's see. I think we can skip over that. So testimony presented at this public hearing should be directed toward the applicable approval criteria or other criteria that the speaker believes apply to the decision. The applicable approval criteria for this zone change are located in Eugene Code sections 9.3020 and 9.8865. The full text of that code section is available in the findings attached to the AIS for this public hearing. The failure of anyone to raise an issue accompanied by statements or evidence sufficient to afford the City Council and parties an opportunity to respond will preclude appeal called in the following order. First, those in support, including the applicant. Second, those with a neutral position. And third, those opposed. If you would like to receive future notice of this application and become an interested party, please provide your name and mailing address with your testimony or reach out to staff with this information. And with that, I already did this, but I'll now open the public hearing. And I believe that we have the honor of being joined by Willie and Sally Mims, who are applicants in this process. And I'm wondering if you'd like to come forward and make a statement. I want you to talk.
Dear council members, my family is one of the first Black families to settle in Eugene, Oregon. I can remember seeing white-only signs on some businesses. It was through an act of kindness that my family became the owners of 330, 334, and 336 High Street, the historic MIMS houses. Although I love this city, it has not always loved me back. Over 6 years ago, I began to explore the possibility of rezoning my childhood home with the idea that flexibility in use would enhance opportunities for improvement and maintenance. History will reveal that traditional financing